Sunny Gavaskar still here with us. Sunny bhai, we have to start with the man of the moment, that is Mohammad Siraj. Fair to say that one of the best spells of fast bowling we witnessed today?
Without a question, I think yes. I mean, the bowling was absolutely top class, both from Bumrah and Siraj. Siraj got the 6 wickets, but Bumrah kept the pressure on from the other end as well. And but Siraj was absolutely outstanding, getting the ball to move both ways, angling the ball across the left-handers quite smartly, getting the ball to curve away from the right-handers as well. The wicket of Dhananjaya, then also getting that wicket of Dasun Chanaka, the skipper. Those were absolutely peaches of deliveries, which would have troubled the best of batters in the game today.
Saima, if you could just do a bit of a deep dive into that spell that Siraj bowled today. What is it? What are those little things that really worked for him and made life hell for the Sri Lankan batters?
Well, I think first and foremost his rhythm was so good from ball one. Often bowlers take a little time the first over to get confident of their rhythm, get confident of the landing. When they land with the front foot, it's always so difficult for a fast bowler in particular. Is putting so much effort. But once you get confident about that, then from the second over onwards, your pace starts to increase. In today's game, from ball one, Siraj seemed to be very, very confident. Then, of course, there was just a little bit of help as far as the bounce was concerned from the pitch. It wasn't one of those low bounce pitches, but it was a fair bounce pitch, and therefore he utilized it very well. And then again, he's got this the cross seam delivery, which not many bowlers will use when they have a brand new ball in their hands. And don't forget, in the 50 overs game, there is a new ball available from either end. So he was also bowling with a brand new ball, but he used that cross seam delivery to very, very good effect, particularly to the left-handers, getting the ball to angle away from the left-handers.
All right, so those are just some small little details that Sunny Gavaskar live with us was pointing out in terms of what are those things that Mohammad Siraj did today, which really worked in his favour, and which is why he ended up with the second best figures for any Indian bowler in the history of ODI cricket. For the moment, let's take you to Kolkata. We've shown you visuals of people getting up, getting ready for this big final. Let's go to Anirban, my colleague who joins us from Kolkata, and let's see how the fans are celebrating there.
Well, Nikhil, see that the emotions is just running high because India has won the Asia Cup, and after so many years, India has won the Asia Cup, and this is very much amazing that India has won. Just only they have bundled the Sri Lankan team in just 50 runs, and after that, Indian team is now lifting the Asia Cup. Right now, we are having the Sports Crazy City fans who are enjoying and cheering up for Indian team. What do you think that how India's played? Do you expect that the match will be so short today?
So it seems to be great thing for all India, because in the few of us we left our victory behind us. So we are Indian, we are great Indian, and we are proud to be Indian.
So as we all know that in Moon, India is rocking. In the Sun, India is rocking right now. In Asia Cup also, India is rocking. We will go to other fans also. Do you think do you have ever thought that the match will be finished in such a manner? Only 50 runs Sri Lanka has all week.
We had not thought of that thing, but definitely it's a proud moment for India, and we are going to win in this way only forever. Thank you.
This is the road to World Cup, and right now सामने World Cup है, और इससे पहले अभी एशिया कप जीती है भारत. वर्ल्ड कप में इंडिया ऐसे ही जीतेगा और ऐसे ही चीयर रहेगा, आपका ऐसी सपोर्ट रहेगा?
Of course, India जीतेगा, हर जगह विक्ट्री लाएगा. I'm proud to be an Indian.
Well, so Nikhil, as you can see, the emotions are running high, and right now the Kolkatans are all ready to cheer for India in World Cup as well.
Okay, Anirban, thank you so much for those updates from Kolkata. Of course, fans really excited, and one thing that I kept hearing from those fans was the word World Cup. So Asia Cup, of course, they're very happy about the fact that India has won, but it's the World Cup that they have their eyes on, and that's going to be a very important tournament considering it's going to be taking place in India. Sunny Gavaskar still with us. Sahiba, we spoke about Mohammad Siraj's bowling. Let's take a look at India's approach when it was batting as well. What did you make of the idea of sending Ishan Kishan to open and then the manner in which India chased down those 50 runs?
Well, I think, Rohit Sharma not having scored runs in the previous game, one would have liked to have seen him get a bit of a bat. But I suppose he also wanted to give Ishan Kishan, who's going to be an integral part of the 11 now, not just of the 14, from the way we have seen him handle pressure against Pakistan when India had not scored too many and lost 4 wickets, the way he batted then, along with Hardik Pandya, and then giving him a little more opportunity, a little more batting time, was again looking at the team's interest. So, and then the way they batted, a left-hand, right-hand combination at the top, not allowing the bowlers to settle down at all. Fabulous, fabulous win.
Okay, it was a fabulous win indeed from the Indian cricket team. We are talking about Ishan Kishan, who was sent to open the innings here and threw caution to the wind, played aggressive cricket, and India chased that total of 50 runs down without losing a single wicket. Ishan Kishan, he says today he was asked to open and he readily accepted that because that's a position he's familiar with. But when asked whether he will be asked to open in the future, he said, no, not really. I'm happy wherever the team asks me to bat. Middle order seems to be the position where the team has told him he'll be batting, and he made it very clear that he's even happy batting at that number 5, 6, 4, wherever the team asks him to do. Sunny Gavaskar still live with us. Let's talk about Ishan Kishan. The tournament, before this tournament started, for Ishan Kishan, we did not know whether he's going to be a certainty in the Indian playing 11. There was a lot of talk of Shreyas Iyer coming back, Rahul coming back. Is it fair to conclude now at the end of the Asia Cup that come the World Cup and when you sit down to make your 11, Ishan Kishan makes it there?
Definitely. Also because it gives you a left-handed option in the middle. India doesn't have a left-handed option at in the batting order. If you look at the top 4 batters, they're all right-handers. Then after that, at number 6 is another right-hander, Hardik Pandya. So having Ishan Kishan at number 5 as a left-hander does make a lot of sense. And this is the beauty of being an opening bat. An opening bat can, also slot himself down in the middle order. It's not easy the other way around, where the middle order batter it's not easy for them to open the batting. But I think Ishan Kishan has showed, particularly with the way he kept his composure, the way, he handled pressure against Pakistan and got those 80-odd runs, that actually shows that it's not just somebody who likes to go out and play his shots freely, but somebody who applies his mind, reads the situation and plays accordingly. He showed admirable patience against the Pakistanis at the start when the Pakistani bowlers were on top. He made sure that the danger was seen away with Hardik Pandya, and then he started to play shots. So that is really a very, very encouraging sign, because for somebody as young as him to show the kind of temperament that he did in that particular game means that he has a bright future ahead of him.
Sahiba, quite an honest confession there from Rahul, saying that he was a bit worried when he was making his comeback. Understandably so, after a long injury break, he was coming in. He wasn't certain of a spot in the playing 11. In fact, wouldn't have played had it not been for that injury to KL Rahul. Gets his chance, but fair to say he should not be worried anymore with the performances that he's given, not just with the bat, but even as a wicket keeper. He is the KL Rahul that you were waiting for so long, who would be your wicket-keeper batter in the World Cup. He's shown that he can still be that despite this injury break that he's had.
But before I answer that question, I just want to say how sweet it was to see him answer exactly like, somebody who he admires so much, Rahul Dravid. Rahul answering like Rahul Dravid. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, we did, that adding that like Rahul Dravid does in every time he answers questions, he puts in that in between. So it was so sweet, because just like Rahul Dravid also tucks his chin in front of his left shoulder to make sure that the eye line is right when he's facing a ball. KL Rahul also does that, to make sure that his eye, the head and the eye line is right facing the ball. And now he's doing what, his mentor, if I might call him that, the way he speaks. But no, I think now coming back to the cricketing question, yes, very, very good to see him fit. Look, we all knew what his quality is. I mean, he's proven it over such a long time. The only question mark would have been about his fitness. And in that century now, against Pakistan, he showed his fitness because it was not just a question of playing a long innings, it was running between the wickets. And who are you running with? Probably the fastest runner in the game, between 22 yards. You're running with Virat Kohli. And he did that so well. And then later on came and kept wickets for a major part. I know Ishan Kishan kept wickets for the first few overs, while Rahul would have had a little bit of a rub down, maybe a quick shower, and then came out to field and he kept wickets. So that actually 100% proves his fitness. And for me, I think the most important thing was the self-belief that he showed in that particular century innings. Often, I've always said, and I said about him way back in 2016 or 17, that he's going to be the next big thing in Indian cricket. If he hasn't, it is he himself has to be blamed, because I don't think he actually realizes how good a player he is. Sometimes when he's batting or sometimes when he's on the field, he gives the impression that he's not very, confident about himself. And sometimes that could be the self-deprecating, thing that Bangaloreans have. Look at all the Bangalore, superstar cricketers. The Chandrasekhars, the Vishwanaths, the Kumbles, Prakash Padukone. Look at them. They are all self-deprecating, self-effacing cricketers. But on the field, you want that confidence to come through. And we saw that confidence in that century innings. And he's going to play like that every time. He does occasionally play like that in the IPL. But now to see him bat the way that he did was absolutely wonderful. And he now gives so much bulk to the middle order. Ishan Kishan, Hardik Pandya, that 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
The top three are absolutely unbelievable. But these 4, 5, and 6, supposing a couple of early wickets go, you have an opener like Rahul to face the new ball at number 4, 5. I think this is turning out to be a very, very good Indian team.
Right, Saibai, talking about those humble, gentle Bangalore sports people that you were talking about. There was one at the ground today. I caught a glimpse of him. We had Roger Binney here, the BCCI president. He was sitting in the stands as well. But let's now turn our attention to the highlights. Sorry, Saibai, you wanted to say something?
No. Again, when sometimes in a program like this, you tend to miss out on the odd name. Of course, Roger Michael Humphrey Binney, another very, very, humble champion. Yes, he was there at the stadium. I thought I'll catch up with him, but unfortunately, the game finished so fast. The wickets fell so rapidly. I don't know where now everyone's really moved, because I actually came down to do the mid-innings. It's also turned out to be the close of play show with you. But talking about the entire game, how rapidly the wickets fell. Sunny Gavaskar still with us, who have just about time to get his final thoughts. And Saiba, this bit I want to know from the World Cup's perspective. How is the Indian team, according to you now, and how important is this Asia Cup triumph for the Indian team, keeping in mind that the World Cup is just a few days away? Is it a warning sign that the Indian team has sent out to the rest of the teams that will be coming to Indian shores for the World Cup, that watch out, we're going to be favourites at home? Definitely. I think home teams generally started as the favourites anyway. And over the last 3 World Cups, we've seen 2011, 2015, and 2019, the home teams winning the World Cup. So India definitely favourites. And with the performance that they've shown this time around, clearly, yes, I think India will be a team that everybody who plays against them will worry about, will fear, because they look a very good combination, batting-wise, bowling-wise, everywhere.
All right, Saibai, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us, analyzing that entire match for us. It's been a great experience for me coming here to Sri Lanka, covering the Asia Cup. This, I'm afraid, is going to be our final broadcast. I hope you enjoyed all our coverage and our analysis with Mr. Gavaskar, Harbhajan Singh on most occasions. I hope you enjoyed this program as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you live from Colombo. This is Nikhil Nas signing off for one final time, but we leave you with this celebratory song after India won their 8th Asia Cup title. Bye-bye.